Hi, this is Jason Augustowski, and I just got finished with my first week of student teaching at the middle school. I think it went really well. I really enjoyed being able to just come right in and take over the language arts classes since I'd already known the kids from last semester. And I think everything just transitioned in really nicely. I didn't do any social studies this week, which is the other subject that my CT teaches. She still took care of that, but I transitioned back in using the days of true colors that we didn't get to in the fall, because since that was the last thing we did in the fall with the kids, I thought it'd be a nice way to reintroduce them, I guess, to like my style of teaching and what I wanted to like set the standards for basically what the spring was going to be. Because there's only 3 days of True Colors left, so we did that right in the middle, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Day one was about like a welcoming and a reintroduction and telling them about the way I was going to grade them in English this semester. So I told them that we'd be doing a writer's notebook, a reader's log, portfolio work, and kind of just set the stage for what English was going to look like in that sense. And then today, which was Friday, the last day, we kind of had like we did a lot of writing, but we also had a big kind of inspirational talk. I read "Oh, the Places You'll Go" by Dr. Seuss to them. I kind of got them pumped up for the rest of the spring, so that pretty much this first week we did a lot of writing, introduced everything, and also took care of a lot of the classroom management stuff, so that hopefully it won't really have to be addressed again unless you see like little problems or little things falling apart or happening here and there. So now it should just be pretty smooth sailing. Um, had a few conversations with parents this week, which was interesting. Um, I always like really like to talk to them and see where they come from and kind of like meet the parents of the children that I've gotten to know so well and teach. I'm excited that we're gonna have a couple conferences next week, so I'll get to meet even more. Got my first experience with sending out permission forms and collecting them, with really collecting student work and grading it. I have all of the writers' notebooks behind me, so I'm going to be looking through them for check one this weekend. They're finishing up their week one of readers' logs since it's 7-day this weekend, and they're going to show them to me on Monday for a check. We're going to start working on portfolio work coming up here pretty soon. I have charts that they created. We did high and low charts on Monday, and I have them all back here too to look through and assess. So it's just kind of really interesting because it's like I'm a real teacher this week. So it was really fun, and teaching every day was a great experience, and the kids are awesome. Really enjoy having them. And next week we're hitting the ground running with our Revolutionary War unit. So in social studies for 2 weeks we're doing this kind of station work that my CT has created that will take them from the beginning to the end of the Revolutionary War. And what I'm doing in English is zooming in really carefully to major points over these next 2 weeks. So we really like the way that we decided to collaborate on this. She wrote all the social studies stuff, I wrote all the English stuff, but it really mirrors each other in a way so that students get the full overview in social studies, but then they really get detailed lessons, like 1 day per battle or per Declaration of Independence Day. There's a day on the article. There's a week on Articles of Confederation and Constitution. That's actually the third week. It's after these 2 weeks of Revolutionary War, but there's just a lot of really cool stuff coming up that's planned. I have grammar instruction coming up that's going to be weaved into Writer's Workshop in a couple weeks coming up. And I've told them about all this, so they know what to expect for the whole month of February. They know where we're going to be going, and we're going to be covering every single English SOL over the course of the next 4 weeks in just a really interesting way that's combining social studies with English and covering what the curriculum says to cover pretty much around February, Marchish, before we move from the Revolutionary War and its aftermath, which, like I said, was the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution, into the Underground Railroad and slavery. And then I think the last part of where I'll be here will be about westward movement and manifest destiny. But that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to see how this doing Revolutionary War in both social studies and English pans out. And if it's really successful, which I'm hoping it will be, because it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and a good way to explore this topic, both in like generally and in depth, and doing writing and reading and oral presenting, as well as covering all the social studies SOLs on her end. So if this all works out, we'll probably be creating similar units for Underground Railroad and Manifest Destiny and Westward Movement. But like I said, it was overall a great week, and I can't wait to get back to see them next week.